Welcome back, guys, to another video. This one's a little different because we're gonna flash back to about 8 months ago. And for anybody, well, some of you guys might remember, but I've got an engine in one particular corner of the garage, that corner to be specific, that I have been working on for I don't even know how long, just piecing it back together so I can restore it to its glory. And it takes these big headers that come apart like a jigsaw puzzle. Oh, and there's another pair out of a jet boat. I wonder what those flanges are. Because it's not a wedge, and it is a Mopar. Oh, and what's this sitting on my red Moto Guzzi, my 68? Huh. I wonder what kind of engine could use that distributor setup. Or these gargantuan 16 plug valve covers. Could that be the mighty pro stock Hemi I have? Well, I don't know. What's underneath this conveniently placed Scott Speed Shop shirt? That didn't come off. That was supposed to be an epic reveal. God dang it. Let my own self down. But yes, the pro stock Hemi. And today we are driving to Salina, Kansas, where my machine shop is, where I get all my work done. Advanced engine machine. And we're going to pick up one of the last pieces of the puzzle for this engine. As you see, it's missing something that goes right here. That has opening and closey thingies that make things go kaboom. And those have been at the shop for about 7 or 8 months now. Getting made brand new, basically. And we're going to go pick those up. And I have the cam and lifters. And this engine takes a massive solid roller camshaft. The specs on it is 774 816. That's valve lift. And the duration is 292 300 at 50. That's normally what cams are rated at. That's actually at 50,000 tappet lift. It's a massive cam. And if you actually notice, I am wearing my Advanced Engine racing t-shirt, Advanced Racing Engines. Mark gave me this last time I was there. And, well, we're going to go take a tour of his shop. We're going to pick up my parts, spend a buttload of money, but it's good money spent on great work and good parts. So I hope you enjoy this one. And in the next Pro Stock Hemi build video, because we are getting started on this bad boy here soon, I'll show you more on those. Oh, did I already pick them up? Is this like a day after? Oh my God, we're gonna freak out. Oh well. Enjoy the video, guys. Catch you at the end. Well, we have made it to Salina. And I don't think we're too far away. Now, of course, my GPS made me take a little different route than I normally do. So we got to see some different little bit of country. But the grandest machine shop in all of the state of Kansas, in my opinion, in fact, my honest opinion, the whole Midwest probably, is just right up this road, not far away. And I can already see the rounded brick building, and the title and the name that goes to this machine shop is Advanced Engine Machine. And some of you might know this machine shop as the famous shop that has done farm truck and engines. They've also built the 451 short block that's in my 73 Satellite, and they birthed Jezebel's 505. And there it is. Oh yes, we have arrived. And not only is this a machine shop, but it is, in my opinion, one of the last living and breathing speed shops. So let's go take a look, take a tour, check it out, and you'll find out why we're here soon. If you guys did notice, I'm actually wearing my Advanced Engine Machine shirt. Oh, here we go. Oh, there they are. Mark, I got a camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I was going to warn you, you know.
Oh. Does it get rid of gray and add hair?
Well, it might.
She's been doing some good editing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how to edit that well, so.
Unfortunately, every time I see a picture of myself, I look like I'm about 2,000 years old.
I don't know if I'd go.
Comes to life.
I don't think I'd go 2,000.
That's right. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, yeah. We all feel like that some days. That ain't a bad price in that brawler.
Nebraska. It's going to be a 572. It's got a set of Brodix B1 MC cylinder heads for it.
Can I just take that home?
Well, he waited 2 years for it, so he might have a problem with that.
Well, I mean, just tell him it didn't show up. It fell off the
He brought
truck.
it to me.
Oh.
But it's going to be a 3-stage nitrous deal.
Yeah, it's a Bill Mitchell. If I was gonna build any aftermarket Hemi block, that's my favorite one right there. Just looking at them.
We've had a couple of them in here off and on in the last 4 or 5 years.
I can't remember what the dang things cost, but I priced out all the different Hemis you can buy, and best bang for the buck, minus like the new you know, Cali's. The Cali's blocks, I guess, are doing pretty good.
The Evergies.
Yeah. I guess that'd be the parent company or whoever's actually making them.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of them in person yet.
Well, I think they really messed up in not coming to the Indy swap meet. Mancini was supposed to come and bring a bunch of blocks, but they thought, oh, the virus and stuff is
There
gonna.
won't be no people there.
Oh, that was a packed show. You
No doubt.
couldn't even freaking walk around.
Yeah, people are dying to get out.
Yes, and that's what I told everybody. You know, if you're gonna come to a swap meet, that's the first big Mopar deal in this area. So, well, not this area, but just the engines in here, Mark, is ridiculous.
So what?
The engines, just the amount.
Oh, and they're everywhere is the problem.
Yeah, I know. And then you got the, I mean, just everywhere.
This is a new 475 build that goes to customers out in Missouri. It's a truck pulling application.
Roller can.
Yep, it's a 55 millimeter roller bearing. This class requires a factory production head, so that is an original GM cast iron rectangle port head. And this motor should make about 940, 950 for power on a single 4-barrel.
You should. So that's gonna make a lot more power than my 505, and I got aluminum heads. What the hell, Mark?
This has got 900 lift in it, and
Oh yeah.
ton of compression and 5-stage dry sump, everything you can do to one to try to make power.
Yeah.
And then since it's a big bore short stroke, it'll make peak power probably about 88 to 9,000 per RPM.
That's gonna be wicked.
There's a little crankshaft for it. It's a little 3562 stroke crank from Cali's.
That's kind of cute looking, just sitting there, but it's knife edged and.
It's an aluminum rod, so the bob weight's real light, so the counterweights have been all shortened up on it.
Ah. The row of crankshafts.
Yeah, all different kinds. This is a 572 street strip nitrous big block that's in to be freshened up. This is a new 496 street strip build. There's another 496 Sportsman deal street strip build. Here's a new Bryant crankshaft that we got. This is a custom billet for a twin turbo small block Ford.
You ever get nervous about having all these cranks just right here? You know, if you get some clumsy bastard.
Yes, damn right.
I'm kind of nervous just standing here.
But yeah, there's several different types of engines there. Regular small block Chevy stuff.
I'm kind of liking that little guy right there.
LSs,
That itty bitty guy. What is that?
you know, not looking at it real closely. I don't know.
It's kind of cute. You kind of want to take it home.
But yeah, there's a lot of LS stuff in here right now. I've got quite a few 408 builds, LS3s, LS7s.
LS is becoming quite popular.
Yeah, you know, it's not my favorite engine by any means, but it is very popular.
I'll never forget you telling me about that the Gonal Rails engine on the Dyno. Is this the new thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow.
Stephen was just doing some blocks last night, and his little boy was sick, so he went home and I finished one for me.
How'd you even make room for this thing?
Well, I'll show you here in just a, well, while this is warming up, I'll show you how we made room for it.
Oh, that's right. You got all the other rooms in here now.
Yeah, we made a new room in here.
Oh, wow.
We haven't finished it yet, as far as putting everything in here, but
Holy.
I moved the crank grinder back here, so it's nice and bright and kind of secluded from the shop, so it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll put my lathe over here, and I'm going to build a welding table and some stuff. I just haven't got completely done. You know, this was supposed to happen in around December, January, February, before we got race season upon us, but people that was late doing the construction, getting started, and next thing you know, race season's on us. And
Yeah.
we just didn't have enough time to get everything completed. But it turned out pretty nice anyway.
I like this. This is...
Stefan wanted to make this the engine room since we got so many projects going all the time.
Oh, yeah. You could definitely use a bigger engine
Oh,
room.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta finish the door yet, supposed to insulate it and stuff. But we took it, and here's another LS project that's in there right there.
Oh, the dyno room. That is wild.
That is a 464. We did not build it. A customer from Wichita had it done down in Texas, and they was unhappy with the dyno results, and he didn't want to put it in the car. He turned around and brought it up here, and he says, run it, see what you think you need to do to it to make it run better.
Wow.
So we haven't fired it up yet, but...
What on earth is...
Well, it's an alcohol carburetor, and they thought they was having trouble getting enough fuel through the carburetor, so they put billet bowls with dual needle and seats and dual fuel lines on the thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all I could
And
say.
if you think that's crazy, he's got a dual four-top set up for it right there.
Ooh, now that's my kind of... Yeah.
And they're all alcohol also.
Twin Dominator. That's what I like.
That's what your Hemi's going to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 Gen 1 1050s that will be fun to figure out.
Yep. Well, we'll see if that machine's up and running yet.
Yeah. I kind of like the layout here. You get to see everything.
Doors everywhere.
Yeah. Looks like you gotta have a damn computer degree to operate that thing.
You about need to.
Wow.
Stefan's real good at running it. I haven't run it a lot yet because I can't stay involved.
It's
going through its homing cycle right now. When it first comes on, it moves to a certain area.
wizardry. That is wild. It just does everything. See, when you told me CNC, I was thinking one of those like cabinets with the doors.
Now see, this is the same machine as a cabinet and doors, except for since we're doing block work on it,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to have to open the doors and crawl in
Oh, yeah.
to be able to set stuff up for check sizes and do lifter bushings and things like that. It's easier just to be able to walk around the machine.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, it's got a little controller there.
Yeah, I've got a handheld. You know, once this thing's set up, and if you want to bore and deck and run some programs, you can just take this with you and go off to the other part of the shop, and this thing will sit here and do it.
You set up a little camera right here, and you could watch it. You could be taking a dump somewhere or eating lunch.
Yeah, so you can move all this stuff around.
Wow.
You know, so if you want to load the block, you can bring the block forward out here, so you got room for your chain hoist and stuff to come in. And then the rotary part of it here.
Holy
It's
crap.
kind of set up like an engine stand.
Yeah.
It's got a 2-inch precision ground main bar in it, and everything is all indicated off of the head, so the bar is straight front to back and height-wise. And then we have alignment range. Big block Hemi.
Oh,
So this got a 2-inch ID, and this is the housing board.
okay.
So when you're going to square a block, just put you on crank center line so you know your exact height on it. And we clamp these to the block, put them in there, tighten it down, and then those just supports go on the rotary, so the bar doesn't have to do all the rotation for it.
That's freaking wild. Wow.
So, yeah, it's got a tool height setter on it here. So if we put a new tool in, the machine needs to know how long that tool is,
Yeah,
so
makes
it
sense.
doesn't run into the operation if it runs into the block. So you put a new tool in, tell it tool number 5 or 6 or whatever you want to name it. It comes down and touches that and automatically sets the computer for what length it is.
Oh,
so we
shit.
don't even have to measure it; it'll do it itself.
Wow.
And instead of doing a whole bunch of different tooling for different bore diameters, for like counter bores or lifter bores, they use a helix pattern, so the machine will actually create the circle.
Yeah.
And you can do a 5-inch counter bore with a half-inch diameter in there.
You got to talk to the camera, Mark.
Well, yeah, I can't.
So now we could technically put my Pro Stock Hemi on here and fix the weird lifters.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yep.
But why? I mean, I got them now, so.
Well, this thing is, you know, there's so many different types of CNC machines. Most stuff is all industrial for, you know, large parts manufacturing. This thing here is automotive based. So it's got different programs already built in. Like right here, we're on cylinder bores right now.
Yeah.
So we tell it how fast we want it to bore down, how fast the spindle speed is. It's going to start 100 thousandths above the block. We're going to bore the cylinder 6 inches, 375 thousandths. We can change all them numbers depending on what engine it is.
Holy shit.
Then once we get it set up, we select how many cylinders we want bored, and it'll just automatically bore all one bank. It'll rotate over 45 degrees and then bore the other one.
That definitely increased your productivity.
Absolutely. It'll bore a hole in about a minute.
Wow.
We had a 5.3 LS that the customer wanted to make it a 5.7, so we had
Yeah.
to bore it basically 100.
Yeah.
So we did it in 3 shots just for tool life. We still bored the whole block in under 20-some minutes.
Shit. What would that take normally?
3 hours at least on the old boring one. And it's got a chamfering program.
Ooh.
So we tell it how big the bore is. I had a big block Chevy in it, and that was the bore size. 4345, 30 thousandths chamfer. This is the chamfering tool.
Ooh.
So the machine already knows how high it is, what the tip length is on it, and you just tell it what the bore diameter is, and the block moves around the end mill.
Wow. Well, the block moves around
Block
it.
moves around it because the stationary is in the head. This is just spinning.
Okay. That's freaking wild.
Let me show you what chamfer looks like. Just bored and decked and chamfered this one last night.
Oh, wow.
See that nice 30 thousandth chamfer?
Yeah.
Look at that deck finish on that baby.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Wow.
So now it's ready to be torque plate home.
Yep.
So that's one thing that's nice about that machine is if we bored on the old machine, we took it out of that, and then we decked it on another machine, which was another setup, and then you came out and you had to go to the third machine.
Yeah.
Now when it comes out of there, it's ready to go to here.
Yeah.
So that sets up, it takes away so much more setup time.
I think that's really cool.
And it will stroke clearance, it will lift your bore, we can O-ring, didn't make parts for one of the two, but we did everything for mainly blocks and cylinder head.
Makes sense.
Bought a cylinder head fixture for it.
Oh.
That's a universal cylinder head fixture. So if we want to mill aluminum head, we want to put O-rings in it or stainless steel fuel hoops or something like that,
Yeah.
we can do it. We've got a line boring fixture here. The main bar comes out. This bolts to the table. Box fits on the V, of course. And then we square the thing up. The indicator, we got a 90-degree boring head. We set it up. It'll come in and bore, move back up, go down to the next one, come down and bore and move back up. All in an automated setup.
That's freaking wild.
This is the cylinder boring head. Got different length tools, of course, for different bore sizes. Indicators, thousandths at a time.
Wow.
This is the O-ringing fixture right here. We put whatever size bit in. If we want like a 039 for a 40 wire, or if
Yeah.
we're going to do a 50 or so. This is the decking fixture. All it has is one just little single cup.
I think it's huge.
Yep. And some different collets and things for different various types of procedures.
Yeah.
We did a lifter bore here a while back, and we made a tool for it, told it what height it is, and put the bushing on it, and the machine even pressed the bushing in for us,
Really?
instead of having to get up there and drive them in.
That'd be so much nicer.
This is the probe.
Oh.
This is how it scans everything.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep that in a good case.
Yeah, these are about $5 grand.
Ooh.
So this thing comes down and it touches the deck, knows what deck height it is.
Yeah.
Then you can check your 90 degree. Then you can probe all 8 cylinders. If we're on cylinder probing right here, this thing here, we're on a 4840 bore spacing. So it measures what they were all at to begin with.
Wow.
And since this block was going to go 60 over, these numbers is Y axis. This is bore off the center line of the crankshaft.
Yeah, okay.
It was off anywhere from 2 to 11 thousandths. Since we had enough room, we fixed it. So now every cylinder is perfectly on crank center line.
Wow.
Now, if you got a block, it's got 25 thousandths wear, you're trying to go 30 over or 40 over, and you got 10,000 shift, you can't fix it. Because if you shift it, then you won't clean one side. We had a 455 Oldsmobile, number 8 cylinder was off 20 thousandths.
Ooh.
But it already run for 30 years and 100 and some thousand miles.
Yeah.
So we had to leave it alone because we wasn't going to take enough out to correct it.
That's true. Wow.
It's got a lifter bore program already built in it. You put in your lifter bore angles, and what it does is it probes the crank with the camshaft center line. So that way you know you're exactly over the center of the lobe when you put your bore in. There's a line boring program, what length and height and stuff for what blocks you're doing. If it's a 5 main, 4 main, 7 main. Surfacing right here, it's got bank 1, bank 2, and it measures all the bank angles and the heights first, and if you have a specific number that you want to put in, you either set the height or you just tell it how much you want it to shut off. And when it got done, both of them was exactly 9,785.
Holy shit. This thing's gonna pay for itself pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Just in time.
I wish we had more time to run it all day long.
Yeah.
You know, we was watching it last night. I thought, I'd like to have 100 blocks.
Yeah.
Just sitting here and do nothing but run blocks on it. You know?
Yep. Wow. That's an awesome machine.
Yeah, we've been wanting one for quite some time. We looked at it at the PRI show 2 years ago, and we were kind of ready to buy one then, and then the COVID situation happened and scared everybody to death, you know. And so we sat back a year and decided to pull the trigger last November.
Well, I'm glad you got
And
it.
it was a little late getting here because of the COVID deal.
Yeah.
We were late getting set up, so we're a few months behind where we wanted to be, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get caught up.
Let's see what else. It's got a probing program on all of the stuff too. If you want to just, there's one for O-rings. You set in your diameter that you want and how deep you want it to go, and away it goes.
Oh, let's not try and sell the machine for the company, you know. Now, if they cut you a deal, we can advertise
There you
for
go.
them. You have to call them up.
Right.
Of course, I don't think half my viewers are going to be buying one of these just for their home garage.
Yeah, you spend a couple $100,000 on one, it'll set you back a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And then you wind up spending more money on other things too, just like we built that room because we didn't have a space for it.
Yeah.
And we said, hey, we better get rid of our old PVC airline. We don't want to have an airline break.
Yeah.
So then we put all the new metal and aluminum airlines in. And we had to move some electrical stuff around.
Yeah.
You know,
So you're down on time and all the new setup and
Yeah.
you know.
it's a, you know, growing is always a process. It takes time.
Yep. That's freaking cool, Mark. Well, what else are you going to show us?
I don't know. I suppose we could go out today and look at a pile of stuff that's in here and we worked on.
The engine assembly room.
Yeah.
The pictures I have from
I
there.
need to be in there.
Oh, we'll be out of your hair soon. I got money to hand you. Oh, wow.
There's a new Dart aluminum big block. It is a 580 SR 20 headed big block drag race motor.
Wow.
I'll probably start putting it together later today. This is a 496 for a Chevelle. It's going to be a hydraulic roller, aluminum ported heads. It'll be a 650 horsepower pump gas driver.
Jeez. That'd be kind of like a Jezebel's engine kind of
There
thing.
you go.
Yeah, good. This is the room, Mark, that just absolutely blows my freaking mind. You've no idea.
All kinds of stuff.
I just can't. I mean, block stacked way above my head. Ooh.
540 nitrous motor in to be freshened up. This is a blown alcohol out of a top dragster. It's a Rodak aluminum block. It's from Oklahoma City. It's in to be freshened up. New rods and pistons in it.
Ooh.
There's a 347 dirt track engine that we did about 10 years ago. The guy hadn't raced for the last 4 or 5 years, so now he wants it converted to a pump gas pro-charged streetcar motor.
Wow. That talk about one end to the other.
Hey, no kidding.
Dang.
There's a 512 custom big block Ford.
Oh.
Been here for several years.
Wow. This is the one thing I like to tell all my buddies is, you know, you don't just do, you know, these big, wild, crazy engines. I mean, there's a little frickin'...
Well, this is a restoration project. This is a 1956 265 out of a convertible Bel Air.
I
Just
like
came
that.
in to be freshened up.
I really like that.
388-inch dirt track engine.
Yeah.
This is a 383 out of a Chevy pickup that we did about 10 years ago. And the guy knocked the head gaskets out of it, so he brought it in to have it freshened up.
Makes sense.
Let's see here. Pontiac, got a 455 that the guy brought in. And that was a pretty nice one. It's a 4-bolt main. It's got steel rod, forged piston in it.
Wow. It does have some nice stuff on it.
He's wanting to put a little small street blower on it and a set of Edelbrock or Kaufman heads on it.
You know, if you can get the Edelbrock heads.
Right now, everything's hard to get, but you're
Yeah.
right. Then we've got a customer that's got a 427 Ford that he had a custom block done for it. That's a brand new cast iron block.
That is wild looking. Wow.
Oh, and it weighs a ton, buddy.
Oh, I can imagine. That is freaking insane looking.
Look at the caps on that baby.
Jesus. Tell me that ain't just going in a roadster or something.
It's going in a streetcar.
Well, you know, the whole term of streetcar today, it's...
That's
Yeah.
relevant to a 6-second car or a 26-second car.
Yeah.
It could be either one, you're right.
Yeah, just calling it a streetcar anymore means absolutely nothing.
Yep. Then I got a little Ford, it's in out of South Carolina. It was a, I think they had a Pro Charger blow-through deal on the thing, and he broke a rod in it.
Wow.
And it chipped up the block, so we're going to fix the block and put some new pistons and rods and stuff in it.
Isn't that the same little small block Chrysler that's been here the past couple
Yeah,
times?
that's Bob's old motor. Since Bob don't have enough room at his house, he's still here. But like I said, we got some LS's. Here's one in to be it's going to be a 408. It's a 6-liter block. Here's a aluminum 6-liter. There's another aluminum 6-liter. Actually, this is, excuse me, this is wrong. This is a 7-liter block.
All the small block Chevys. Holy crap.
Yeah, these are all customer blocks yet. Here's another one. It's 6.2 that's in to be redone. There's a Ford Motorsports block. It's a 427-inch. It goes up to Nebraska. It's going to be a hydraulic roller, ported head, pump gas, daily driver Mustang with air conditioner. And he wants an EFI and he wants 600 plus horsepower.
Well, it sounds like everybody today.
Yeah.
I was pretty content with the horsepower we made.
And then we got a 392 block over here.
Yeah, I say I saw the.
Oh, that's maybe the 331.
I saw the early Hemi
Yeah.
Valley plate there.
Yeah, we've got 3 sets of heads in the works right now. Bob got 1 set done and been working on the other ones.
There's a big block Chrysler.
Yep,
Raised deck, probably a 440.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Being even a Chrysler guy, I mean, I can tell by the pad.
Then a damn FE behind you there, 390.
Ooh. With the heaviest intakes in the world.
Yeah, it's half the cylinder head.
Yeah, I know. And someday we're gonna have to find a free day to go through all your blocks to find all your small block Chrysler stuff.
You're right.
Oh well.
And then you've been tear down, clean up area back here.
Yeah. I remember being in that room cleaning my Hemi crank and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. That's still probably the coolest thing I think I've ever gotten to be a part of is you sending me back out here to work.
Well, hell yeah.
Dad loves telling that story to people.
Let's see. LT1 383 that we did years ago. It's going to be freshened up. It's out of a Corvette.
Some Y block heads.
There's them B1 MCs that go on that new aluminum world block up there.
Oof.
And there's 3 more sets of LS cylinder heads here.
Wow. There's some giant exhaust ports. Wow. Well, I think that's a pretty good little tour, Mark.
Yeah, that's going to be a 427. It's got a ProCharge EFI on it. It's going to be in a street Chevelle. This is a 572. That's a nitrous pump gas deal I was telling you about.
Wow.
Freshened up. That's 540. Got an F3 ProCharge alcohol. Goes in a dragster. Got another 2J heat to Stephen's gun. We're getting ready to do the line bore on the new machine with it.
What the heck is that thing right there?
That is a A500 Ford Pro Stock block.
Oh, okay.
That's an old pulling truck motor we built for a customer that came to be freshened up.
That's weird. Has it got like a removable girdle or something on the bottom?
No,
No?
It's just a real big bore short deck block.
Okay.
That thing's got a 4700 bore,
Wow.
and it is a 9-inch deck height.
You ain't kidding. I just saw how short it was and I thought of the old Millet and Hemis.
Right. With a small block Ford, that's that crank I showed you, that Bryant goes in that for that twin turbo.
Yeah.
It goes to Oklahoma. This thing here's got a ProCharge E85 street engine.
Street engine.
We want to make about 900 out of it.
Street engine, 900 horsepower. You listen to yourself, Mark.
This one here, guys wanting to do drag week and like the Rocky Mountain stuff. He's building a custom Chevy pickup. That's going to be a 632 pump gas nitrous deal, and his truck's going to weigh about 7,000 pounds. So
Ooh.
we're trying to build him a low RPM torque monster.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe turn it 6,000 tops. You know?
Yeah.
Try to make about 850 foot-pounds of torque.
Now, I gotta pause you, Mark, because everybody watching this, you gotta understand, he's just spouting all this off just the top of his head.
Yeah.
The fact you can remember each block and each purpose of each block is impressive.
Well, this is what I do every day. The problem is I can't remember a doctor's appointment on my wife's birthday.
Well, important stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Or what time I'm supposed to go home.
Whoops. Well, we just don't think about that.
One time I was in the Dyno room.
Oh,
And
God.
I was supposed to be home at like 7:30 for supper. And I look at the clock, I'm like, oh damn, I'm doing good. And I keep doing stuff, and I look up and I'm like, God damn, I'm really doing good. She calls me, she goes, my God, you couldn't even come home for supper? You're like an hour late. I'm like, I'm not either. I said, I'm looking at the clock. I didn't realize the battery was dead. But you get so wrapped up in what you're doing, I didn't even realize that the clock was moving at about a quarter speed. I thought I was kicking ass, you know.
I almost don't know if I should believe you or not, because that sounds like a great excuse.
No, it was the truth on that time.
That time. Oh. That's a hell of a tour. Wow. I love this place.
I should have had Stephen got a clock up on there for you.
Being behind your counter is kind of weird. Not gonna lie, I don't feel right. I do have the her shirt on,
I
though.
seen that.
Yeah. Well,
I had to look twice because I seen the back of that shirt and the front of that one, and I said, did he modify one of them?
no. I got my work shirt on, and then I was like, I'm gonna wear Mike Van's engine shirt today. But that's why we're here today. Is the Pro Stock Hemi heads. And someday that thing will be on your dyno. I just want to see what it'll make.
Since I'm not an astute Mopar man, what year are those heads probably originally
That's
from?
well, they're Bob Mullen heads, so they're over the counter. They could be bought from Mullen himself, who designed them, along with like W2 heads, or Landy or Sox and Martin, the big racers. These are strictly Mullen heads because they just say Mullen & Co. on them.
Okay.
They're roughly, I think, 71 era.
Okay.
They're the D4As, whereas like the D5 is a special head, takes special everything, and these are kind of like just basically a stock iron head cast in aluminum with dual plugs and some reversions done to them.
So he bought the bare castings from Mopar Performance, and then he did all the port work and built them.
Well, no, he designed them.
He designed them, but
Yeah.
he didn't cast them. He designed them for Mopar Performance.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And these are supposedly, according to a lot of my friends, the best Hemi head of, I mean, of course, that era. Of course, nowadays, you can't compare this thing to an Indy Legend or any of that stuff. It wouldn't be a fair comparison.
Yeah, technology has changed drastically over the years.
But I think these things, that magnesium tunnel ram and those twin dominators, getting that twin ignition is going to be a little tricky to figure out, but I got people much smarter than me to figure that crap out. That's going to be wicked. When we get home, I'll tell people what I have invested in these things. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, it's rude.
Yeah, but I mean, the quality of work, I mean, like I told you earlier, $2,400 for a pair of Edelbrocks, if you can get the dang things.
Yeah.
But they're still not these. I view this as like
and the Edelbrock don't have this spring, and it don't have the titanium retainer.
Well, yeah.
So you would still spend some more on them once you got them.
Yeah, well, and I view this as a restoration project.
Right.
The money spent on these and keeping them alive is worth it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, these got value for what they are and what name is on them.
Yes.
Exactly. Just like that 56 265.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would think about nothing except for that's numbers matching Bel Air convertible. So it makes it worth tons of money.
Oh, yeah. And plus, I mean, that Pro Stock engine's not going anywhere, but if I ever find another Hemi to build, these heads will come back to you, we'll change springs, and they're good to go on another Hemi.
Sure.
I don't think I'll ever be able to pull that engine apart, though. Once it's roaring. Oh.
Well, maybe sometime this winter you'll have it all together and we can put it on the dyno.
It'll probably be running, if I can get all my gaskets, I've got head gaskets, but if I can get all the other gaskets, the oil pump system working, the distributors working, I want to have it fired before snow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I got to put Jezebel back together. I still got to rebuild the 4-speed, but I'm hoping to have this thing running sooner than later. But I'm going to take my time because a lot of things can go wrong.
Yeah. And you're going to have to get some good push rods for it because you probably won't have the right lengths.
Yeah, I got to check the lengths of it. The push rods that belong to that cam and lifters, they're real heavy built, but don't know if I'm going to take that chance.
Right.
That's a lot of chance to take, even though they're stout, but probably just get Smith Brothers to make a set.
Yep. That's another $400 or so, no big deal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you're spending this kind of money, I mean, just let it burn.
I bought push rods for a big cubic inch motor, and they were 5/8 exhaust push rods, 1/2 inch on the intakes.
Wow.
And they were about 13 inches long, and they were about $900 from Manton
For push
for
rods.
push rods.
For push rods. That's why this hobby is expensive. Of course, those guys are probably, whoever bought those probably makes a living off this kind of stuff.
Well, when you got a $100,000 engine, the $900 push rod don't much matter.
That's true. Yeah, you don't really want to go on eBay and, oh, 20 bucks.
Yeah. The days of the $1,000 rebuilds are gone.
Way gone. Well, hell, we found that with my buddy Thomas's 350 Chevy.
Right.
The parts for it, I mean, if we could get them.
Yeah.
Ain't
I
nothing
guess he
cheap.
went with a big block, is what his plan is now.
Yeah, well, hang on. That's gonna be it for now. So sorry, we just wanted to hang out and bullshit for a while, but that's Mark Brown, the owner of Advanced Engine Machine, and awesome team of people. I can't say enough nice things about them, and we got about $3,000 to fix those Pro Stock heads, but if you rewind some of the footage, you'll remember what they looked like. We had a blown up chamber, a lot of weld work. We had to get custom guides made from Brodix just that way we could put regular freaking Hemi valves in there, and then the springs to necessitate and to handle that giant solid roller cam that goes in that engine. It's like 816 774 valve lift, 292 300 degrees of duration at 50. It is a massive cam, so the valve springs were not cheap. We got titanium retainers. I mean, just all of the good stuff. Those heads, it's a lot of money, and I know what Edelbrocks cost, I know what Stage 5s cost, I know what Indies cost, but I'll take those heads done by Mark and his team. And I don't know if you ever watch this, Bob, but you're the cylinder head guy at the shop. I really appreciate all the time and effort you put in those heads, especially. That means a lot to me. And just everybody at the shop, whoever sees this, you're all awesome. And I normally just don't wear other people's t-shirts, mostly just out of respect for not getting them dirty. But today, I proudly wore my Advanced Engine Machine shirt that Missy gave me last time I was there. And yeah, I love that place. It's worth the 2.5 hour drive for me. And if you have a hard time finding a good machine shop, you can ship stuff to Mark. You saw how busy he is. And a busy machinist is like a busy body man. He's a good one. And I can't tell you how many customers walked in after I was still just finishing up getting ready to pay. Just an excellent dude. Really cares about every single build and every single customer. I met him one time to build the Satellites engine, and he remembered my name from that day on. And he does it with everybody, you know. Nobody is, I mean, everybody gets the same treatment there, and that's what I love. And I mean, just some incredible stuff he can do. So if you need machine work, that's the guy to go to. And he won't rob you of the budget either. I mean, pretty fair. Those heads needed a lot of work, and any other machine shop I wouldn't have trusted with them. But if I would have had to gone somewhere else, it would have been astronomical. I know that for a fact. There's a lot of work needed to be done. So seriously, if you guys need machine work, Advanced Engine Machine, Salina, Kansas, excellent shop. Like I said, I make a 2.5 hour drive one way. It's a 5 hour round trip just to go there to get parts. And yeah, well worth it. So seriously, just want to thank everybody at the shop. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, the whole Advanced Engine team. You guys are amazing. And I want to thank everybody for watching this video, because you are amazing people too. And God, I just forgot your name, dude, in the Chevy truck with the 11-foot bed, with the big block, dually, sweet truck. I was actually just at the gas station checking the load and everything, and recognized my shirt I'm wearing. And viewer of mine, freaking cool being recognized out in public. Regular cool guy. Thank you, man. I didn't get your name, but please, in the comments, if you see this video, tell me that you were that guy, and we'll pin you and everything, you know, we'll give you some credit. It's super cool. But I want to thank you guys again. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.